At Thanksgiving. Brother's wedding was great. When's yours? I said, had mine. You got invitations. Dead silence. Dad, we never got them. I pulled out delivery receipts. All signed for. You threw them away. At Thanksgiving dinner, my aunt asked when I was getting married. She said my brother's wedding was beautiful and she couldn't wait for mine. I said I already had mine 8 months ago. You got invitations. Dead silence. My dad said, we never got them. I pulled out my phone and showed him the delivery receipts. All signed for. Every single one. Someone at this table threw them away. Growing up, I was the invisible son. My brother Andrew was the star. He played football, got scholarships, married his college sweetheart. My parents planned his wedding for 2 years. Paid for everything. Venue, catering, photographer, $50,000. I got a firm handshake at graduation and a reminder to find a good job. I met my wife Clara 5 years ago. She was everything I needed. Kind, funny. She saw me when nobody else did. We dated for 3 years. I proposed on a beach at sunset. She said yes before I finished asking. When I told my parents I was engaged, my mom said that's nice. Then asked if I had talked to Andrew lately. I told them the wedding date. My mom said she would check her calendar. She never got back to me. I sent save the date 6 months before. Formal invitations 3 months before. I paid extra for signature required delivery. I tracked every single one. All delivered. All signed for. Nobody called. Nobody responded. Nobody acknowledged them. I called my mom 2 months before. Asked if she got the invitation. She said she'd been busy and would look for it. I called 1 month before. She said things were hectic with Andrew's new baby. Said she would try to make it. She didn't sound like she meant it. Clara told me to stop chasing people who didn't want to be caught. She was right. I stopped calling. The wedding happened on a Saturday in June. Clara's family filled one side of the venue. My side had 12 people. Co-workers, college friends, my cousin who actually cared. No parents, no brother, no aunts or uncles. I watched Clara walk down the aisle and forgot about all of them. We said our vows. We danced. We cut the cake. Happiest day of my life. I didn't need them there. 8 months later, I showed up to Thanksgiving at my parents' house. Clara didn't want to come, but I said I needed to face them. We walked in and everyone acted normal. Hugs, small talk. Nobody mentioned the wedding. Nobody asked about Clara's ring. Nobody said congratulations. Then my aunt sat next to me at dinner. She smiled and said, Andrew's wedding was so beautiful. When's yours? I stared at her. I said, I had my wedding 8 months ago. You all got invitations. Dead silence. My mom set down her fork. My dad cleared his throat. Andrew looked at his plate. My aunt laughed nervously and said, no, we didn't. We would have come. My dad shook his head. He said, son, we never got invitations. You must have sent them to wrong addresses. I pulled out my phone, opened my email, found the delivery confirmations, turned the screen toward him. I said, signature required. This one signed by mom. This one by you. This one by Andrew. This one by Aunt Ruth. Every invitation delivered and signed for. Someone threw them away. The table went silent. My mom's face turned red. My dad wouldn't look at me. Andrew found his mashed potatoes very interesting. My aunt turned to my mom and asked if that was true. My mom stammered, said she didn't remember signing anything, said maybe it got lost in junk mail, said she would never intentionally miss her son's wedding. I asked why nobody called to confirm, why nobody reached out in 8 months, why nobody questioned why they weren't getting updates. If they truly never saw the invitations, why didn't anyone wonder what was happening? She didn't have an answer. Clara spoke up. She said, I watched him check those tracking numbers every day. I watched him wait by the phone for calls that never came. I watched him walk down that aisle with 12 people on his side while his whole family pretended he didn't exist. You don't get to act confused now. My dad tried to turn it around, said I should have called more, should have made sure they knew, should have tried harder. I said I did try, for months. I called and got brushed off every time. At some point trying becomes begging, and I was done begging people to love me. We left before dessert. My mom followed us to the door crying. She said it was a misunderstanding, said we could do a reception now and celebrate together. I said the celebration already happened. She missed it by choice. We drove home in silence. Clara held my hand the whole way. That night I blocked most of my family, not out of anger, out of peace. I spent 30 years trying to earn a seat at their table. Turns out I was never on the guest list. Last week my mom sent a letter, said the family wanted to make things right, said they were planning a dinner to officially welcome Clara. I didn't respond. Clara and I are expecting our first child in 4 months. We haven't told them. We probably won't. Some people don't deserve invitations. They had theirs. They threw it away.